if I had to ask you today how you are, you'd probably tell me you're good, busy, all fine, and we'll just move on. But if I had to ask your wife, your business partner, or your body, the answer would probably be very different.
There's this stereotype. You shouldn't cry, you shouldn't show weakness, natural men are strong.
The only emotion that's allowed is aggression.
Coming from like a wife's perspective, like I know if there's something wrong with my husband, I'm like, what's the matter? I'm fine. I'm like, if you just speak about it.
Keeping up with the Joneses. A lot of guys see other guys or other families.
They're low, or if they are struggling, smoke and mirrors.
It's okay to not be okay.
Welcome back to Why Dubai podcast. We are back with an exciting episode. We are so excited to have here with us today a woman who is truly shaping the conversation around men, identity, and mental health right here in the Middle East. Drawing from her own life experiences and years of working closely with men, she has built a powerful platform focused on something often overlooked: men's mental health. Her work has been featured across regional platforms where she opens up real conversations around emotion, identity, and modern masculinity. Through her program, Mentor to Men, she has created a safe space for men to remember who they truly are, reconnect with themselves, and reclaim a life with real purpose. She isn't just coaching, she's making a movement that is breaking stigma, rebuilding identity, and redefining what it means to be a man today. So we are so excited to have here with us today Anna Thiel. Hello, Anna.
Thank you so much for such an amazing introduction. Thank you.
You should be proud of what you do. It's amazing. Dealing with men's mental health is probably one of the biggest challenges I think everyone is facing. Dealing with partners or, brothers, husbands, boyfriends. It's a lot. What you do is a lot.
Thank you very much.
Number one question, obviously we're on Why Dubai. What made you bring your amazing business to Dubai? Why here?
Okay, firstly, I brought myself to Dubai about 8 years ago. And back in the days, there were almost only two reasons why people came to Dubai. One is for love and one is for work. So mine was for love.
Oh. No.
Yeah. And even though that's not existent anymore, the love of Dubai is very much present. And I thought I couldn't love it anymore, but recently I've actually loved it even more. The solidarity is just so strong there in my heart and everything that, that is me. And so since I'm here, my business is here too. One of the reasons that specifically make it relevant to Dubai is a very vibrant and fast-paced city. And I think that's one of the reasons why all of us are here, why we love it. Mm-hmm. The other side of it is that because it is so fast-paced and because there is so much competition and there's so many people, the aspect of mental health is a very important one. Being stressed out, running into burnout, because comparing each other, and if you don't do the job, somebody else will do it. Mm-hmm. And specifically amongst men, especially to mid and higher positions, it's just there daily. So Dubai, even though on the one hand it's so vibrant and we're all here to build something, the downside or maybe some of the challenges can also be that the pressure of making it here is putting a lot of pressure on men.
I think you're right. And I think obviously with men in Dubai, most of the men who are working here are entrepreneurs, business owners, high-paced men. And with that becomes a lot of responsibility and a lot of stress and a lot of mental health.
Yes.
So you've kind of found a niche in a really, really needed city, I believe.
Yes.
I think it's really important what you do. And I think it's really important that men are open about their mental health. I think it's really important. I think it's amazing what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think in older years, this was mental health was a bit neglected in a way, or some men might find it embarrassing to express their feelings or actually say that, I'm not all right. I need therapy. I need help. Mm-hmm. And I think it's amazing what you're doing, especially to men. It's especially nowadays.
So how long have you been in Dubai for?
8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest achievement in those 8 years that you've had?
Oh, wow. I personally, I actually think that every single man that I work with and every single transformation and, support or whatever you want to call it, I like to avoid the word help when I speak with men or about men, is an achievement. Because not because I'm so amazing, but because I get to impact somebody's life.
Yeah.
And there's always the ripple effect, because most of these men that you just mentioned also are here with a wife and children.
Yes.
So there's a lot of pressure, not only in the work or on the work side of things, but also on the family side of things, and to balance all of that.
Yeah.
He's probably, a lot of times he's last on the list. And then also, I mean, I could just dive straight into that and say that not only do they not have a space to go, but a lot of times they don't even know how to access the emotions, name the emotions, and know that it's okay to not be okay, or to share the challenges, or, to just speak out or speak about something without being judged or criticized or fixed or whatever it may be.
Yeah, because there's this stereotype with men, like, oh, you shouldn't cry, you shouldn't show weakness, you shouldn't express, like, the negative emotions. A man should portray this picture that, oh, you're a macho men are strong, and they just
The only emotion that's allowed is aggression.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never thought of it like that. Yeah, and if you show any other type of emotion, then you're weak.
Yes.
Apparently.
Yeah.
When it's so the opposite, coming from like a wife's perspective. Like, I know if there's something wrong with my husband, I'm like, what's the matter? I'm fine. I'm like, if you just speak about it, the problem shared is a problem halved. That's a very common saying, you know.
Yes.
But it is finding, if you don't want to speak to your wife, you don't want to speak to your mum, you don't want to speak to a male friend because you're embarrassed, then again they feel like us as women, we talk. We talk for England, we talk for the UAE, we can talk all day and all night. But for men, they don't open up to their friends if they've had a bad day, if they're low, or if they are struggling. So I think number one is for men to know that it is, like you said, okay not to always be okay. And it's so nice that they have got someone like you that they can, not emotionally connected to that person. I think that is what is the biggest thing, is being able to speak to someone honestly and have no emotional attachment, not feel like they're letting you down because you've got no emotional attachment to them. And I guess in a place like this, it's really needed. It's really needed.
It's good that you say that, because I don't have that attachment, or emotional involvement. And a lot of times the fear of judgment is one of the very many reasons. There's a lot of reasons why men don't speak or don't open up, but the fear of judgment is definitely one of them. And unfortunately, I could go into this one aspect, but unfortunately, a lot of times also not to the wife, because she might be judgmental, she might not understand, or she might use against him whatever he said when he opened up next time there's a fight. So they're like, I'm not doing that. So, but there is a lot of different factors. And I said the other day, because you just said, when you ask him, he'll say, oh, he's fine. And I spoke the other day, and I started my speech with saying, if I had to ask you today how you are, you'll probably tell me you're good, busy, all fine, and we'll just move on. But if I had to ask your wife, your business partner, or your body, the answer would probably be very different. And the same what you said with friends is, they'll go and play 5 hours of golf and solve 3 business problems and talk about the global economics, but not exchange one honest sentence of what's going on in their head or in their heart or whatever. So there's
you see it everywhere. And also you see this, I do feel like, I mean, I'm in my 3rd year here, and for people that I'm speaking to who have lived here for 10, 20 years, Dubai used to be very, very flash, it used to be about the cars and the big buildings and the high-rise towers and all of this, really from the outside looking in amazing. But actually what I'm finding in Dubai now is there are a lot of communities, there are a lot of yoga sanctuaries, there are a lot of people trying to help because, okay, in 54 years, was it this year, 54th year, we've built this amazing place, okay? We've flooded it with amazing people. We're the best of the best. We're in the best city in the best world.
Yeah.
Now, how do we look after the people that are living in it? You know, you're finding these reset communities, you're finding places with ice baths, sharing circles, mentors like yourself.
Yeah.
And I've noticed a big shift in Dubai just since I've lived here on how popular the sound healing baths are, the resets and all of that. So I think, okay, from the outside, aesthetically, Dubai looks amazing. But I do believe now Dubai is becoming more raw. Look at the communities that they're building. They want more greenery. They want more communities. They want more family lifestyle. And they're attracting those families in who, again, still need to earn a lot of money to live here because it is an expensive place to live. But then are now gaining more support from these communities, these little groups that are being set up. So, yeah, I think I've seen a shift in Dubai. It's becoming a lot more holistic and a lot more
There is something
grounding
for everyone, literally. Any interest you have, you've got these communities, like Jess said. But back to the moving. What was your first impression of Dubai and how has it changed since then?
Well, the very first second when I exited the plane was to be met by a wall of humidity, which I didn't expect. I thought I'm going to be in the desert, so it's going to be dry. So that was my first impression. But I loved it straight away. I have to say, like from the airport to the house where I was going, I was like, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah.
And it has changed a lot in 8 years.
What's the biggest thing you've seen change in 8 years?
The traffic.
The traffic. They're working on it. They are working on it. There's bridges popping up
There's
left,
a new
right,
road on Hesse Street.
Yeah, there is. I drove over the bridge the other day. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
For the traffic, definitely.
Yeah.
And obviously you said that you came here for love.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's obviously changed. What's been the biggest personal shift since you've lived here? Like, has Dubai opened your eyes to changing you as a person? I know, obviously, you know that I'm now homeschooling my children. Dubai has allowed me to do that.
Yeah.
Never in a million years in the UK would I have the opportunity, the help, the nannies, the tutors, and the setup that I've got. For you, since living in Dubai for 8 years, what's been the biggest personal change that you thought would never happen, but Dubai has let it happen for you?
I guess personally, it would have to be, the leaving of that relationship and still being able to make it on my own. And, as a woman, you feel safe. You can still be here. You don't need to be worried or anything like that. So you have the safety, you have the communities, you have the diversity of all the different cultures living together. This is something that I really enjoy. You have so many different cultures or nationalities and everybody's living together peacefully.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the biggest plus points of the long list of things that I love about Dubai. So yeah, that's just...
I think that's one of my favourite.
Yeah.
You're from Cyprus. I'm from the UK. We would never have met if we didn't live here.
I know.
And I do love all of my children's friends. I think they've got one set of friends from the UK. Everyone else is from all different areas of the world. And I want to talk to the kids. I'm like, so where are you from? I get so excited talking to them. I'm like,
say something in your language.
Say something in Cypriot. I just love it. Everyone I meet, I'm like, I've never been into geography. My geography is terrible. Isn't it, Evie? It's so bad. My geography is so bad. And this is like really bad, but I didn't actually know that Egypt was in Africa when I first moved here.
I don't know.
I just didn't even think of it.
I didn't know where Cyprus was until I went there.
My
Fair
geography is that bad, but now I have to educate myself on it because working in construction, I meet agents and I meet different people, and I'm like now re-educating I'm so interested in geographies and it's living here and different cultures
same
and
here.
different way of life. So I wish I'd
hear
listened
you.
in school.
I hear you. But talking about that, you would have listened in school if it would have been interesting. And if
That's
you would have
so
been
true.
interested in it.
Yeah, that's so true.
So now you're interested in it.
Yes.
So you're asking questions, you're getting to know people, and here you have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's one of my favorite things about Dubai is the also the different religions. Everything. It's just amazing, isn't it? I think the religions, the cultures, you've got all different types of religion, all living under one roof, essentially.
And they're all very
in one
welcoming.
City. They all respect
Everyone.
one another's religions.
Everyone.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's
the
so
food.
good. The food's
got
great.
everything here.
The food
I'm
is
a big
amazing.
foodie.
But even like in times like Ramadan, people are even more hospitable, and you can see what the mosques are doing. When they're all outside and all the drivers and everybody, and it's just like there's so much love and respect towards the people, amongst the people, and also towards the government.
We respect the government.
Which we saw recently. We are like very grateful, very thankful, and very respectful of the government.
Was there ever a time since you've lived here where you've thought, this isn't for me?
Not 1 second.
That's so good. I got goosebumps. That's so good. That's so good.
I really love it.
You never thought about moving back to your home country, which is...
That's a good question. My passport says I'm German, but I've lived in South Africa for really long. So before Dubai, it was Cape Town. That was hometown.
So German from Cape Town, now living in Dubai.
Yeah.
So you're multicultural yourself.
Yeah.
That's why you fit in so well here.
Maybe.
So you've never ever thought, this isn't for me. I've fallen out of love, or I've broke up, or something's happened. I need to maybe go home for my home comfort. This is home for you.
This is home for me.
Yeah.
And especially after, leaving the relationship, I started from zero. So there was all the reasons for me to actually say, I'm going to go somewhere else, even if it's not my home country.
Fresh start.
Somewhere else. But no, that was not happening. I was like, I'm here. This is my home. I want to make it here. And so I did.
Good for you.
So what has been your biggest challenge here? Have you faced anything that, again, like made you step back and think, this is hard?
Or anything that maybe if someone's watching, you would advise on someone?
It's easier for me to answer that one than that one, because I couldn't even answer a challenge that would make me step back or rethink or something like that. Also, I just, take them and then go with them. Yeah. But what I would suggest to somebody, what I've seen here in my 8 years, is a lot of people come and go because they didn't educate themselves on the country. My plea would be for people that come to know what the culture is about and respect it.
Yeah.
That is something that, unfortunately, especially somehow last year, I saw a lot of that not happening. But also, be prepared. Know your costs of schools, of housing, of, insurance and cars and all the things that you have to have. And licenses and everything, and have like a, emergency money or whatever they call it. Because a lot of people come with a little bit of money and think, I'll just, make it somehow. Yeah. And I'm all with that, definitely. However, I've seen that it's actually the small little costs that they didn't think of that made them not succeed or made them have to go back. And so if you come here, you want to stay here, I'm assuming. So just make sure that you have everything in place as well as you can before coming over.
For at least 2 years, I think you need to make sure you've got cover.
Probably.
If you've got a family, definitely make sure you've got 2 years of your rent, your schools, etc. Just in case it takes 2 years for your business to build up.
Yeah, or also you never know. You move into a house, you pay it up front, and then the house is not nice, you need another one, but you can't get the money back, so you need more money for the next house. Have enough.
Yeah, that happened to me when I moved here. Like, obviously, me and my partner have saved that from before, and we've calculated the rent, we've calculated all the expenses, but then no one explain what DY is,
Yes.
what like these hidden fees are. Like you need to have a backup.
Yeah.
So, and maybe a mentor, someone to guide you with these things.
Yes. Also, there's a lot of communities that, not only the well-being or wellness ones, but actually expats or, different communities that can educate you. You can like go in there and ask questions and get all that information. So whatever you don't get off the internet, you get of people that are actually living here and that are actually going through the expenses and are going through the daily life of whatever that is what you want to do.
I think that is it. It's doing your research
Yeah.
and it's making sure that you do have enough, because just say, for instance, you bought a property off plan. Now you're relying on that property to hand over in July, but it gets extended for 6 months. Now you're living here, you're expected to move in the July, you're now not moving in until December. Have you allowed for that to maybe happen?
Yeah.
And again, going back to your mentoring men in particular, we're talking a lot about behind the scenes, and obviously Dubai is very high paced, it's very fast paced. What's the biggest thing you see from a man from the behind the scenes scenario that is one of the most common problems here?
I think it would have to be keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah. Smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
I agree.
A lot of guys see other guys or other families and think it's all, this is what I'm competing with. This is what I'm comparing myself to. It's all going well for them. And why is it going well for them and not for me? And, what do I have to do? Or putting a lot of pressure, not knowing that the other one is also a duck looking cool on the surface while, pedaling underneath a lot of times. And this goes amongst all levels. Even like millionaires that come here, they feel they're millionaires in maybe Germany or the UK. They come here, they're like, ooh, I'm nothing.
Yeah. Dubai humbles you really quickly.
So
Super
I think
quick.
that would be, that would be the
I never
most
thought of
common
it
one.
like again, it is down to like perception, isn't it? You look at someone's life again from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You think they're doing amazing. You're constantly comparing yourself with everyone. Now, I know there's a few people that I have inspired to be or look up to with regards to construction or interior, and I look at these people in magazines, and now my business is kind of getting to that stage where people are now recognizing us. I'm looking at other people's work and I'm like, actually it's not that good, like I think we're better. And like it's having that confidence to know that just because it looks good maybe on social media, they're actually not doing that well in real life. And I think for you, social media must be a huge headache for men, comparing body, comparing the perfect post.
And also the content,
Yeah.
what it's like to be a man.
Yeah.
To be a man, you have to be like this, you have to do this and not do this. And then you've got the other side saying, oh, you should be like this and you should do, and you should, not talk about the feelings. And so they're very confused, understandably.
What advice would you give to a man who's trying to look perfect on social media, but it's actually affecting his mental health? Come off it, step away, be more raw. I think social media's got a huge part to play in men's mental health. I really do.
100%, but in both genders in general. But especially like men, because you see all these fitness men and what about the manosphere? You came recently here actually and you filmed with Chris Manaki about the manosphere. There's this stereotype about men and it's usually portrayed in social media. And it's still going on every day.
Yeah, it is. So to answer your question, it would probably require some deeper work. But coming off it that's an easy step. Yeah. Because then you're just not exposed to it.
Yeah.
It's
you don't
there.
See it.
Yeah, you don't. It's there, but you don't constantly, feed your brain with it and feel that comparison or the pressure of the comparison. Because a lot of the guys on social media, it's all about money, it's all about physique, it's all about women. And, so that them comparing themselves to that, especially younger guys, younger men, this is what we spoke about also, it's just creating a lot of pressure. So coming off would be a good one, but obviously the work with themselves inside always the
Do you know
most
what I find
important
as
one.
well with a lot of men nowadays and a lot of young men nowadays is they feel like when they hit 30, like they haven't achieved much.
Yeah.
Yet if you look at all of the really successful people, I
They're in
think
the 40s.
they're in the
50s.
Later than that.
Yeah.
Some people don't really succeed till they're like 55, 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I actually read something, you're going to laugh, that I think Kentucky Fried Chicken, he didn't get the recipe till he was like 67.
Yeah.
And then he died at like 69. Now, I don't know if those like ages are right, but for him, he would have made his whole life trying to get that right recipe that has now gone global. And he only really benefited from it for like 2 years.
Yes.
So I think from my outside looking in, I'm absolutely not a mentor. But I think for men, don't rush it. Like, enjoy your life. Enjoy
Exactly.
being young. You don't have to be rich and young.
Enjoy
Just
the
enjoy the
experience,
experience
enjoy the
of
hard
learning and not worry about earning money so quickly. As long as you can pay your bills, as long as you're healthy, you can enjoy your day for nothing, for free. Go to the beach. We live in Dubai, you know. Go to the beach, enjoy yourself. Don't have to have a flash car. You don't have to know in your mind your end goal. I want a family. I want a wife. I want children. I want to be a provider for my children. But you haven't got to achieve that at 28, 29, 30. You haven't got to be driving a Lamborghini. You haven't got to be have loads of girlfriends, go on fancy dinners. Just enjoy being young. You know, that's like one of the biggest things I see from young men is trying to be at their peak too young.
But I think, I mean, that is almost solely due to social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Comparing themselves with men who have worked for years and years and years, who are now 50, 60 at the peak of their profession.
Yes.
And then you've got someone who's so young, 21, 22, going, why don't I have that penthouse? Why don't I have that Lamborghini? And it's in Dubai, I think it's rife for that.
Definitely.
I think we need to focus on the younger men who are coming here to let them understand that it's okay to just be in a studio apartment. That's still a big achievement. Like, you should still be proud of what you've got.
You made them move. You're here.
Absolutely. That's the biggest decision in itself, isn't it? To move here at that age.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I mean, you say that, and then there'll be women out there that are like, oh, you only have a studio apartment.
Yeah, which is, but then don't go with that woman.
You know,
it's
so
hard.
it's like who they're doing it for.
Yeah.
So it's a very, you know, complex subject. But social media is definitely, you know, the culprit in this.
But Dubai have tackled a huge social media stage, if you want to call it, with bringing in authorizing the influencers.
Yeah.
You know, you have to have a permit now. Well, you can't just lie about your life, you know? You can't lie about all of this stuff. They're monitoring it. So this is one thing that's so amazing about this place. They see something's not working, they fix it.
Oh, this is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
This
and
is
hopefully
Dubai.
that will stop the fake influencers pretending that their lifestyle is absolutely amazing, because they're monitoring actually who you are. And it's almost false advertisement if they're posting the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Again, well done, Dubai government.
Yeah, definitely. We love you.
So how has living in the Middle East influenced your mentor-to-men philosophy of remembering, reconnecting, and reclaiming?
Again, I would say the variety of cultures and nationalities that are living together. And also, you know, looking at, because we are in the Middle East and we are guests in the Middle East, is to look at, you know, Arabic culture, because yes, it's men and women, but then there's also different cultures coming on top of the genders, you know, and obviously being in the Middle East, I gotten to know a whole lot of different, you know, sets of rules almost in a relationship, in how families, you know, the status of a family and the hierarchy within the family and all those kind of things play a part into how the men are raised. Not only the men, obviously, but we're talking about the men, how the men are raised, what their values are, what their, you know, expectations of themselves are from the family, of themselves to fulfill something, you know, if it's sometimes big families or successful families, the pressure that they have there, you know, within that hierarchy, even without social media, and then you add social media on that, so that's a whole different set of pressures that
I didn't
they
even
have, for
think of it
example.
like that. You're trying to mentor so many different cultures
Yeah.
who have been raised in so many different ways. You've got the Western culture, you've got the Arabic culture, and they will, as men, have two different outlooks
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
what a man
Yeah,
really
definitely.
is.
Definitely.
And I never even thought of it like that. You're literally, you have multiple different successful men statuses within different cultures. And yeah, I'd never thought of it like that being here with your job. Again, great job.
Thank you.
Do you get more Western clients, or do
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The vast majority is Western.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. Maybe because I am, or because, you know, the where I go or where I am on social media or platforms is catering mostly to Western men. But I am, you know, I'm looking on getting on kind of Arabic based podcasts or platforms as well to also do the work there, because I know that it's also very much needed.
Yeah.
Like saying that from a place of compassion, not judgment. But yeah, I think that's probably why.
So we've touched base on quite a lot of what you do and how Dubai is helping what you do, the different movements that they're doing, the different movements that you're doing to help men. If there is a man watching and he is feeling disconnected, under pressure, maybe doesn't have anyone to turn to, what would you say to them? What would your first piece of advice be? What would you tell them to do? Living here in such an amazing city, thinking it's not okay to feel like this because everyone else looks okay and feels fine. What piece of advice, what would be the first thing you would tell a man who's feeling the slightest bit disconnected? What would you say?
Let's say if I'm answering in this setting, it would probably be different than if I was speaking to him one-on-one and nobody was listening, for example. But what I would, I'm a big fan of communities and of brotherhoods and of circles. And I don't mean the guys that go and have a drink and tell each other, oh, you'll be all right. Not those. I mean the other ones that are there, that hold each other accountable, that maybe do sports together, but not the gym as a substitute. That kind, no. But there is, you know, a few very good communities here in town that, you know, I mean, I can just give one as an example.
Yeah,
right?
please,
of
yeah.
course.
Yeah, so there's the Man Cave Official that Adil Hussein is doing, and he's been building it for 4 or 5 years, which I think is amazing. He started from a really small group, and it's now, I think, hundreds of guys. And as far as I know, they meet on a regular basis, and they just do like sharing circles and just guys getting together, but almost with a purpose. And the underlying tone of all of the things that he's doing is that it's okay to speak, it's okay to open up, it's okay to share the challenges, it's okay to not be okay, you know. So I'm a very big fan of those kind of communities and circles, and in Dubai this one is, I think, the biggest and the most I don't want to say successful one, but the most versatile one.
Yeah.
I think, because there is a lot of small ones, you know, like Man of the Mile on the Palm, for example, or the Pedal Society. You know, you have those small ones, but that one is a good one to start.
Find a community.
Find a community.
Because I
with
guess that's
men.
that is a really good piece of advice, because if they don't necessarily want to reach out to someone like yourself for support, like you said, and they do feel slightly embarrassed, find a community where you can kind of listen to others, surround yourself with a supportive community, and take it from there. I think that's a really good piece of advice.
And also, if you know, because we are all on social media, find accounts on social media that are actually supportive of the idea of speaking about emotions, of acknowledging the emotions. You know, listen to people that are talking about it from a compassionate point of view, whether that's a man or a woman or whatever, and get more of those ideas as opposed to the stoic ones or the manosphere ones or the ones that put pressure on you. So if you're a man, then, you know, find those accounts that are making it easy for you to understand that it's okay to open up and to be emotional, and it's not weakness.
Yeah.
It is actually strength. It is strength to go up. I know that in the man cave, for example, the guys go there and they might be shy in the beginning, but because they see the others opening up, they'll feel comfortable to do the same. And I think that's super important.
Well, look at
Without women around, to be honest, like guys need to have that space amongst themselves to just, speak amongst guys from a guy point of view, from, a man's challenges without any other influences.
Well, Evie and I did like a group setting, and there was a lot of men that was in our sharing circle as well. And
cool.
every single man opened up, didn't they?
Yeah.
About stuff we had no idea about.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it made me, some of them were my employees.
Okay.
And it just made me look at them in such a different perspective.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, I did not have a clue that you was feeling like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's important for me as a boss to understand my staff's emotions. If they're having a bad day, why are they having a bad day? If they're off, why are they off, And that really brought us all. It was very heavy, wasn't it? And it was very...
We saw a vulnerable side.
Yeah, to everyone.
Out of everyone.
But
literally.
mainly the men.
Yeah. But that happened because we felt comfortable within that community.
Yeah.
That's the key.
And also, they are obviously feeling safe enough to open up in front of you guys,
Yeah.
which it's not always the case. Like, almost every single man will tell you that they've had bad experience with opening up.
Yeah.
So, you and Evie approaching them and offering that space and giving them the feeling somehow with your energy or whatever, that it is safe to speak up, to open up, or to share something.
Yeah.
That's what makes
Yeah.
the difference. And also the reason why I say, men need to be amongst each other is not, I'm never against women. I'm always for men without being against women. But I know that there will be some things that us as women might not even be, even in a relationship, we will not even be able to relate. And if he does open up, usually that has taken a lot of steps of him to say, should I, shouldn't I, shouldn't I? And swallowing stuff maybe. And then so when he does open up, he's taken a few steps already to get there. And then a lot of times she'll be like, what's the problem? Just blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, so there's that. And then also opening up, and then in the next fight, she will use it against him. Every single man has had that experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
And it's the thing that they say, like, women are emotional, we're emotional. It's true. But men are emotional as well.
Yeah.
And it's important to acknowledge that, because, as you said, like you said, if you shut off that man the first time he's going to open up to you and you shut him off, that's it. He's not going to do it again.
No.
That's the difference.
And then he's really going to suffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he can't internalize it.
Yeah.
Like suppressing emotions, repressing, oppressing, whatever you want to call it, is like, it's going to go somewhere eventually. So it's really important to have that space to open and speak and feel and do all those wonderful things that are natural to some people, but to others they're not. And it's not because, even with the guys that I said earlier on the golf course and solving all of that, or guys amongst each other, it's not that they don't trust each other or they feel embarrassed only, can be as well, but it's because they've not been taught to. They've been taught the opposite, to function, to perform, to just keep going. And so that's what they're doing.
What I want to know is, what do you love most about your life in Dubai, personally and professionally?
I love everything about Dubai. I really love everything about Dubai. I mean,
If you had to pick one thing, what's your favorite thing?
Professionally, I would say it's easy because people are very open. They're very open, they're very welcoming, they're very supportive. If they hear about it, they're like, oh, let me connect you to blah, blah, or bring you in, and it's amazing what you're doing, and we're all needed, and all of that. So that would be something for sure. Personally, it's everything, but That's so hard. Do I have to
She
choose
just loves
that?
it.
It's
You
like-
just love
She just
it.
loves
it's the
Dubai.
vibe.
She just loves
Yeah, it's
everything
the
about
vibe,
Dubai.
it's the light, it's the energy, it's the different people, it's, you know, that I'm safe as a woman, that you can do anything here, you know, nobody's going to put you down or discourage you or whatever. So really, the buildings, the ocean, it's
Everything.
everything. Sorry.
I love that. That's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching Why Dubai podcast. Thank you, Anna, for
Thank you for
joining
having
us.
me.
I really, really enjoyed this episode. And
Thank you.
stay tuned for the next one.